wish my arm didn't hurt. I can't take any aspirin or anything. About to take some other medicine. We might as well just do the entire scene again, but now I know what to do last.
This is where Iris and Ota almost got killed, right? It gives
You.
You?
Oh, shit.
Don't.
So I'm clicking things twice. I shouldn't. Stop clicking things twice!
What would...
Well,
Oh. What...
geez.
I would...
That's interesting. They did it in the opposite order. You cold?
Could I have your jacket? Oh, wait. Never mind. That jacket probably hasn't been washed in years.
Who said I'd give it to you anyway?
You know I've got a whole line of jackets. We had this conversation earlier.
Don't disregard good intentions so casually.
Mizuki is a quick thinker. You are her father figure now. You should praise her so she matures.
I don't want her to mature. She's trouble enough as it is.
You like your line of work.
Well, I don't dislike it. Of course, depending on the case, sometimes it does get pretty discouraging. But that just makes the job all the more important, right? It means it really makes a difference in the world.
You're a great guy.
You should learn from him.
Do you know why I do this job? What keeps me going?
I heard you became a cop so you could steal underwear from the gym and not get in trouble.
Who told you that? I'll show them trouble.
Any leads?
No, not so far.
We see each other a lot. A suspicious amount.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe in a previous life we...
Taro. You must be Taro, right?
No, I'm not Taro.
Ota was down.
Correct.
The bloodstains there.
Correct.
No, that's where.
Data, the bloodstain, one of the other.
Hey,
Of course. I already...
why are you...
I didn't...
Tell them the culp...
Yes!
You did it, Date. We're making progress.
If this goes well... But it might take some time for the results to come out. No point waiting here. We might as well check somewhere else.
Got it.
Damn it. Oh no, we might still not be able to talk to her. Punching our shoulders from the cold. Yeah, sorry. I'm not going to do the entire thing again. Sorry, I missed a couple of lines there.
Mizuki!
Doesn't have a bad leg.
And Date.
Ota, are you okay?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, I don't want to get in your way. I should head home before I cause any more trouble.
No, not at all. You're fine right here.
No, really, I should go. I'm sure that he has more fun with his friends than with me. So...
Mayumi quickly shuffled out the room.
Thanks, Mizuki.
Huh?
You came to visit me.
Oh, yeah. Right.
It would be awkward to admit we are only here for the investigation.
Yeah.
Window. Window. TV here, a TV.
Hey, Date. I've got this video of a lady cleaning a jumbo jet. Wanna watch?
What?
I'm not gonna watch your videos with you, Ota.
A curtain used as a divider. A bed.
When will the day come when Iris is sleeping beside me?
My guess is never.
A bed. Equipment used for the monitoring vital signs. Measures heart rate, blood pressure, and blood temperature on the monitor. It's a cupboard. There's a bedside table.
I know this is sudden, but I'm brave and smart and handsome, right?
I will chide you on your labels.
A bedside table.
What? What? About Uta.
I heard that you fought off the killer and saved Iris. That's so cool, Ota. You have a wound of honor.
No, not really. Well, I guess a little. Calling me a hero. It's kind of embarrassing.
I didn't call you a hero.
It is a good thing Iris was saved, but he's still irritating.
Even more irritating than seeing cosplay in public.
About Iris.
Have you heard about Iris? The nurse was talking about her a minute ago.
That she's still in the ICU? Yeah. Apparently the surgery went well, but she hasn't woken up yet.
Hey, Ota. Next time we should fold 1,000 paper cranes. To wish that Iris will get better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could even make her a life-size crane.
That would be a somewhat troublesome gift.
Would it? I mean, you'd need a big piece of paper. How are you?
Forget me. Are you okay? You passed out last night.
Yeah, I'm fine. I feel much better after a good night's sleep.
It sounded like you were having a nightmare. You kept moaning something about Reika. Reika.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Who's Reika? $42? Institute of Sciences, Scientific Research Institute unrelated to NRIPS, conducts tests, appraisals, and inspections of any material too large or sensitive to be handled by local police departments. This army knife. Under current Japanese law, you cannot carry a knife in public. If the blade is 6 centimeters or more, it violates firearms and swords law. If it's less than 6 centimeters, it's a misdemeanor. Huh. No child should dislike buggy rides that much. A buggy is a small baby carriage. Strictly speaking, a buggy is slightly different than a baby stroller, but many people use the terms interchangeably. In computing terms, it can also refer to a code of errors or glitches. Mizuki and game developers alike hate buggies. Cower. To be afraid. What? Really? You need to tell me what cower means. I cower in front of my producers. Dom P. Yeah, Dom Perignon. Famous champagne with pink label on the bottle. Okay. Yeah, I'm missing some. Still don't know who Reika is. If somebody doesn't tell me, I'm gonna break her through the... What? No, I've forgotten what the phrase I was trying to do. Rake them through the thingies. I don't know. Have you remembered anything?
No, just what I told you yesterday.
All right. You know, if you weren't in the hospital, I would slap you upside the head so hard you start remembering things again.
Like shock therapy?
Whoa, old school.
Yeah, crimes.
I thought Abyss was more future tech than that.
We are, but if it ain't broke,
It is broke. It is broke, Date.
you can learn a lot from the past.
I see.
Like, what not to do anymore?
Maybe you should hit him.
No, no. No way.
Otis pretty energetic for being in bed all day.
He's the type that gets annoying around women.
About the investigation.
So, we still don't know who the culprit is?
If you remember anything at all, please, tell me.
Well, maybe that all depends. If you could get me, say, Tessa's toothbrush, it might jog my memory.
Are you really gonna do this in front of Mizuki?
It's fine. Mizuki proofreads the light novels I write. I'm sure she's used to it by now.
What are you making her read?
Lots of things, like...
Wait, Mizuki, you don't have to tell him!
Honestly, it's more embarrassing her knowing than me. But is laying down on the bed. Can we get going?
Yeah, let's go.
Wait, you two just got here.
It's okay. We saw you. Now we can go.
We already have Otis' testimony. It is unlikely he has any further useful information.
Right.
Where to now, Date?
Let's see.
I think we should go to the only place we've not gone. Yes. That's the one. Did I hurt my shoulder? Oh, exercising. Well, that sucks. Wasn't especially rigorous. Let's do that so I can see the road.
Date, a call from boss. Shall I connect you?
No!
No, wait.
Oh.
If I take the call, Mizuki might ask questions.
Are you talking to yourself again? Do you need to go to the hospital?
Exactly.
I can put it on speaker.
Please.
Date, are you with Mizuki right now?
Yes, what's up?
On speaker, by the way, you probably should know that.
I need you to come to Abyss headquarters with Mizuki.
I was just heading there. Did something happen?
Yeah, the head office is here.
What, the entire building?
They want to get information from Mizuki. We here at Abyss have her testimony, but the rest of the MPD wants to hear from her. They didn't get anything from her last time. They want to do an official questioning. This order comes straight from the top. We don't have the power to say no. So, please.
You heard her.
I don't want to. I want to keep investigating.
We're at the end of the investigation.
There's nothing we can do. We can't fight the power of the state.
You are the power of the state.
Abyss is a toenail on the foot of the state. As far as they're concerned, we don't really do anything, and we don't have any say in what they do. And anytime we get too troublesome, they cut us off.
Why did they give you so much money?
Why? Stupid Date.
Sorry for the trouble.
Don't worry about it. I'm just a slave to you anyway.
Oh, come on. I don't treat you like a slave, do I?
You asked me to clean your boots with my tongue earlier.
Just because I sometimes make you lick between my toes?
Also that, apparently.
Ew, what?
I didn't lick anything.
Anyway, thanks, Date. And don't worry about Mizuki. I told HQ to take it easy.
Oh, everything's fine then.
Mizuki, just make sure you behave and listen.
It'll be over soon. Don't worry.
Yeah, nothing's good that... Well, I mean, going to a dentist did that, guys, I guess, but you know what I mean.
Besides that, Date, there's something I have to tell you. You have a message from one of the inspectors at the warehouse. He wants to give you some information in person at the warehouse.
Could he have...
The blood results?
Why would you want me to go to a weird other location?
I'll head over right away. Mizuki, you be a good girl, okay?
Ugh.
Jeez.
Yes, nothing strange about meeting an inspector at 5 PM in a place that we've, like, definitively
Date,
said
sorry to make you come all the
has
way down
nothing
here.
in anymore. Yeah, you should have just come to the office.
But I have the results of the DNA analysis.
Could have told me over the phone.
What did you find?
It's just like you said, there were 2 different blood signatures. One is definitely from Ota Matsushita. Other.
Huh?
Well, we got the results, but we couldn't find any matches in our database.
Why did you make me
That is
drive
not
here?
surprising. HQ does not have a complete record of everyone's DNA.
Ah, it must have been, you know, how much petrol did I use to get that answer?
What now?
What now?
Do not panic. I have a piece of information I think you should know.
What is it?
I have discovered a suspicious person at your 12 o'clock. 200 yards.
Yes, yeah, I can see them. Buddy, why didn't you tell me that over the phone? 2, we've analysed their DNA, right? So, eye colour, do we know, like, can we determine anything from the DNA?
He's looking this way.
A person? This guy?
Oh, little Date, time for your medication. I said 200 yards ahead.
Looks suspicious, but I don't think who I was talking about. What about this container?
Where are you looking?
The container. I'm fine.
You're right. There's someone there, but I'm not close enough to tell.
Yes, if only I had some sort of... So...
That's...
So Sojima.
That's So Sojima.
I don't believe it. His left leg.
Huh?
So Sojima! Stop!
I still think it's the inspector.
It's him. So's the culprit.
Calm down. We cannot yet make that conclusion. He was only dragging his left leg.
But he's been all over this case so far. Shoko and Renju are both in bed with the Kumakuras, and the Kumakuras know So. And not just that. We saw him in Iris's Somnium.
Still,
And he has no alibi. No alibi for Shoko, Renju, or the warehouse.
Date, calm down.
Oh, we did not? How do we know he doesn't have a warehouse alibi?
The only thing we have so far is circumstantial evidence. We also do not have any established motive. Why would he kill Shoko and Renju? Why would he cut out Iris's eyeball?
Well,
However, I do agree that So is suspicious.
do you agree with me or not?
I am explaining to you that we currently do not have enough evidence to bring him in. Confronting him now would only result in him denying everything. We need direct evidence.
Direct evidence.
Or derivative? No, it doesn't work.
The criminal's blood from the cold storage warehouse. If the DNA matches So's,
Right. We need to get So's DNA.
the question is, how?
Well, he lives somewhere, right? So's house?
If you went to his mansion, his DNA would be everywhere. But it will not be easy to get inside. He has hired bodyguards as well.
Central Hospital.
I checked their database. So Sojima has never received medical treatment at that hospital. We would not find So's DNA there.
The Kamakura's office.
Hey, Aiba. Do you remember when we went to the Kumakura's office Sunday?
Kumakura, sorry.
Of course. I am incapable of forgetting anything.
Then let me ask you a question. What was on the table in front of the sofa?
An ashtray.
The cigarette butts. So was smoking those cigarettes.
Exactly. And So's saliva might still be on the butts. If we have that, we have So's DNA.
Wait a moment. That was 2 days ago. The ashtray must have been emptied by now.
But there's a chance. We have to at least try.
I agree.
All right, let's head there.
Right.
Hey, what are you doing here?
You fucking with us, old man?
Date, don't bother.
I know.
Approach the sofa without saying anything. Looked at the ashtray on the table, but...
Hey, where are the cigarette butts that were in here?
Huh?
The cigarette butts, from when I was here a few days ago.
We threw them away, of course, dumbass.
Where, dumbass?
Why do you care about some cigarettes?
I need them for the investigation of the new Cyclops serial killings.
I see. Just last morning, I heard there was a new victim. I didn't watch it, but I heard something about it being streamed online.
Poor girl got one of her eyes cut out.
I know that, idiot.
Sorry.
And you're here for the investigation?
Yes.
So if I cooperate, you'll help you arrest this guy?
Correct.
All right. Look around as much as you want.
Huh?
That was easy.
You said you were looking for cigarette butts, right?
Yeah, the one So was smoking.
So Sojima? You think he did it?
No, nothing for sure yet.
Hey guys, where's the cigarettes that were in here?
Probably in the trash in the back, boss.
Bring me the one that So was smoking.
Yes, sir.
The henchman went into the back room, that soon came back with 4 cigarette butts in a plastic bag. They used disposable chopsticks, laid them out on the table.
I didn't touch him.
I'm being considerate, I see. But why did you bring 4?
There were a couple of other cigarette butts in the bin.
I didn't know which one So smoked.
MoMA?
I don't remember.
But So's cigarette is definitely one of these?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Date, remember the brand that So was smoking?
Klein.
Right. He was smoking.
Tiger Rug, that's right.
Klein. I remember.
It just said it in the picture.
So was smoking a Klein cigarette.
Correct.
Wrapped the Klein cigarette butt, my handkerchief, pocketed it.
Let's return to Abyss. Pewter should be able to get DNA from it.
Got it.
His future tech.
Looks like you found it.
Yeah, thanks to you.
Ah, this was nothing. Anything for Tessa.
Tessa? Did you just say Tessa?
What are you talking about, you Neanderthal? I said anything for Tesseract.
That doesn't even make sense.
Shut up! If you're done here, get your ass going.
All right. Whatever you say. I'm counting on you, Pewter.
You can leave it to me.
You'd have took the cigarette butt from me.
If the DNA on that cigarette butt matches the bloodstain in the warehouse,
there would be no doubt that So Sojima is our mysterious
Actually,
polar bear.
Wasn't it So Sojima last time? Or that because the boss had killed So Sojima?
how long will it take to analyze?
If I had 6 hours...
Oh.
You've got 3.
That's totally unreasonable.
That's not how technology works, boss.
But I suppose I will do my best to have this analyzed in 3 hours.
You folded pretty easily on that one.
I want to catch the criminal as soon as possible. That's all.
And do the job properly.
Now, because time is of the essence, excuse me.
Like, we tired of this trope when Star Trek did it with Scotty. Can I do
How's
it,
Mizuki,
Captain?
by the way?
They finished questioning her. I had one of the officers take her home. She should be there by now.
Good.
So Sojima. I can't believe it, of all people.
We don't know that for sure yet.
But you saw that his leg was injured, right? It's pretty damning evidence.
Don't be too hasty, boss.
You were saying the same thing earlier.
Anyway, let's wait for the results. That will clear everything up.
Yeah, you're right. I hope this won't be trouble.
Trouble?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Hmm?
We have to be close to the end.
Pewter, is it true? The results are in?
Yes, the DNA I collected from the cigarette butt is a positive match to the bloodstain from the warehouse.
Really? It was So all along. He was the polar bear. He carved out Iris's eye and stabbed Oda, and probably killed Renju and Shoko.
Making So Sojima the new Cyclops killer.
Thank you, Pewter.
Don't thank me yet. Hurry up and get So.
Yeah, you're right.
Turn around, made my way to the exit. Right when I was about to open the door, it was open from the other side.
Boss. Boss, listen. The bloodstain in the cold storage warehouse.
I know. I got a report from Pewter.
Well, then you already know.
Yeah, she knows. We've all established that she knows.
I'm heading there right now.
Heading where?
Where else? To So's house.
Date, I'm sorry, but you can't do that.
What?
I can't let you get So.
Boss, I don't understand.
This comes from the top. So and the head office have been tight-knit for 20 years now. They can't go against So's wishes.
What?
It's corruption and bribes to be sure, but there's also some kind of blackmail.
Blackmail?
So knows something. Something that the public can never know. If that secret got out, the authority of law would be thrown into question, and the entire police force would be at risk.
So has something on HQ?
Yes, almost certainly. That's why I can't let you go. Do you understand?
Hell no.
I see. Then I'm sorry, but I have no choice but to take you off this case.
Hey, boss, come on. Are you serious? Are you serious? You gotta be kidding me!
I had enough. I pushed past boss and left the room. I walked with a confident stride down the hall with no hesitation. I had made up my mind. I was going to So Sojima's mansion. I got in my car and turned the key, slammed my foot on the gas.
Date, are you sure you want to do this? You still have a chance to turn around. If you put your hands on So, you will never be able to return to Abyss.
I don't care. I don't want to work for a rotten organization in the pocket of some politician. When this is over, I'll open a restaurant in Okinawa or something.
Wait!
Oh, should I make it a soba place instead?
That's not what I mean. You have a video message.
The video?
Look!
Mizuki!
Shit!
Keep expecting it to pause.
Mizuki! Mizuki! Where are you?
Oh, she's super strong, right?
Don't worry, I'll find you.
Date, the hollow space in the speaker.
Obviously.
Perhaps Mizuki is in there.
Mizuki!
Date, hurry! Help her!
I know.
Oh, could have hit your head.
Are you okay?
That hurt, idiot! Pull it off more gently. You're late, by the way. I was about to suffocate, just so you know. This is so typical. You're never there when you need to be. Just like 6 months ago, I was about to miss the bus and you...
Actually, stay like that for a while. Huh? I don't believe this.
What did the letter say? What did the letter? You got to tell me what the letter said. Alright, it's getting quite late, so I'm actually going to stop faffing and just press buttons. Are you okay?
I'm not hurt. My mouth stings a little, thanks to you ripping the tape off my face. If I get fat lips from this, I'm gonna make you pay for cosmetic surgery.
Don't girls want bigger lips, though?
Who did this?
3 men. The doorbell rang and they said they were delivery men. I thought you had bought another one of your weird videos or something, so I opened the door. And they sprayed me with tear gas.
Did you see their faces?
No, they were all wearing masks.
It is probable that they are working for So.
Indeed.
They may be his bodyguards or hired thugs.
Hired goons. Scones.
It just makes me so mad. If they didn't get the jump on me, I would have... Pow! Bang! Bam! Wham!
Mizuki, I have just one thing to say.
It's better to burn out than it is to fade away.
Never in my life have I bought any weird videos.
That's what you wanted to say?
We know who the culprit is.
What?
We identified the person inside the polar bear.
The man who tried to kill Iris and Ota?
Yes. And also, the man who killed your parents.
We don't know that, actually.
Who?
Congressman So Sojima.
So?
Do you know him?
Kinda. I've seen him on TV before. But why?
I don't know why yet, but it was definitely his blood at the cold storage warehouse.
I can't believe it. I'll never forgive him. I'll get him for this.
I probably shouldn't have told her, to be honest. I'm going to So's right now.
Mizuki, I'm going to So's house now.
That's what I just said.
Are you leaving me behind again?
No, not anymore. Even if I tried to leave you behind, you'd still come with me, wouldn't you? So are you ready?
What should I be prepared for?
So's bodyguards will be armed. It might get messy.
Bring it. I'll put them in the ground.
Don't kill them. We need him alive, and I need you to stay safe. Can you do that?
Always.
Always?
Occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Date, you have to understand. He killed my parents. I saw their bodies with my own eyes. If I turn back now, I'll go crazy.
I know. You don't have to say it.
Let's go.
I don't think this is very realistic, but sure, let's just roll with it. Speaking of 5 minutes, I am actually going to have to end the episode. It's a bit shorter than usual, but I'm going to need to sleep. That's a shame. We might be right at the end. You know what? I'll glue.
Thanks for the warm welcome.
I'll glue an end to this.
I came for So. Please, take me to him.
What are you talking about? He's sleeping and not taking any visitors. Go home.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that. I'm coming in.
Okay, I just want to check the flowchart. Because I'm curious. And I felt a shock ripple through my stomach. It was a fist screwing into my gut.
I've always wanted to see this line. Nice punch.
Well, let me use a line too. This is the end for you, chump. Sojima's orders, nothing personal.
That's what I thought.
Huh?
You're so predictable.
What?
Easy.
Nope. We're not even close to done yet. Look.
Yeah, this is
Bring it on.
definitely be a situation.
Let's do this.
I know she's got magical powers, but still.
Kill them.
Date, I'll take care of these guys. You get those, Date.
Are you okay?
Shouldn't you worry more about yourself, old man?
No.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
I'm off.
I was thinking it might just put a cut here, so that's why I haven't. But I had to end it. But yeah, they're dead. Obviously, they couldn't survive this.
It's dark. I can barely see.
There are numerous hostiles. Too many for you and your revolver to combat effectively.
So what's the plan?
Let's see.
This is cool.
Date, the island in the middle of the pond. Do you remember it?
Right, I'll add an end to this. Right, as you can tell from the resolution day, it's been quite some time. I actually forgot I was going to record an end to this episode. So just as I was about to start a stream, I was like, oh crap, I didn't actually finish the last episode. So I'm going to record this offline, so we can do that now. Hang on, if we click the log, we can have the last...
The island in the middle of the pond. Do you remember it?
Yeah?
Your favorite thing is on that island.
My favorite thing.
A porno magazine.
What?
What?
Where'd the porn go?
This is very silly.
Date, load evolver with wire bullets.
Oh, sorry.
What am I shooting at?
The dudes.
Above us.
Above us? Why?
No time to explain, just do it!
I don't even... Oh, right trigger. Well, that's new.
What was that? That's supposed to be a warning shot or something? Now throw us the gun. Come quiet.
Date, do as I told you!
Don't you mean surrender?
Do it! Do it or we die!
Get them!
Why would they jump in the water and not to shoot at us? They had a pretty good shot from where they were standing.
What do you mean?
I mean, we got to the island without going in the water.
Watch. You will see in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Ah. We just killed those guys. I collected my evolver from the pond. The game is a bit quiet, I think. I'm going to turn it up.
You lied to me again.
I have already explained this to you. If you hear the words porno magazine, your reaction speed increases by a factor of 3.6. A rather convenient function of yours. Why wouldn't I take advantage of it?
Damn it. How did you know about the lightning?
Satellite imagery, atmospheric conditions, and other factors. However, I predicted the lightning would fall elsewhere. So I had you launch wire bullets to direct the lightning to the pond.
I mean, the wired bullets would come down as well, right?
Anyway, where's Mizuki?
I will scan for her.
Mizuki! Wait for me! I'm coming!
It's still weird that he brought her with us. I sprinted through the rain-soaked garden and into the mansion. Not here.
Date. I detect trace amounts of capsaicin in the air. Mizuki appears to have been sprayed with tear gas.
No.
Not this room. Not this one either. I can't find Mizuki anywhere.
This is...
Mizuki's metal pipe. taking Mizuki hostage.
It's really quiet for me as well, by the way.
Shit!
Date, look around. Mizuki must be nearby.
Expensive looking table in the middle of the room. I like it. There's definitely a chair. There's a cushion on top of the chair. Folding screen.
Have you looked on the other side of the sliding door?
Not yet, but I know there's another room back there.
Oh yeah, tear gas. Yes, I wonder who that could be.
There she is. Mizuki.
That is So holding her.
That is So holding her.
Bitch is using her as a shield. Why isn't Mizuki fighting back?
Because of the tear gas.
She does not appear to be conscious. I cannot determine why. But she is breathing. She is alive.
I have to do something.
Wait, don't move.
He said he could see us.
Remember what So told you.
That he can see us somehow.
There may be a sensor or something similar in this room.
Or I could just shoot him in the head.
I would stop that line of thinking. If you shoot now, there is a high chance he will hit Mizuki.
Then what am I supposed to do?
Let me think.
Walk out and shoot him from a different angle. He doesn't know we have magical eyes. Somehow.
Date, load Evolver with spherical bullets.
I was going to say, how's that bullet going to turn a corner?
Pick up that metal pipe on the floor.
He's not going to see you loading that gun. It's like a puzzle game where someone else gets to do the puzzles. As I did as I were instructed, moving carefully to not draw suspicion. The auto button, do you want to do something?
You need to do two things. First,
I'll
throw
just
the
press
metal
button.
pipe toward the southwest corner of the room. Then, immediately shoot a spherical bullet at the pipe. No questions, there is no time to explain.
You sure this will work?
If you time it correctly, yes. My calculations are never wrong.
How could you possibly know how it would land?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
ABXY. I'm sorry, why was that safer than just shooting him?
Mizuki! Mizuki!
Dante!
Mizuki, move!
What?
What do I do? Shoot So? Protect Mizuki.
Damn it.
Oh, I killed the eyeball. Daddy, why?
Pathetic. Killed by your own father. By the way, do you like fireworks? Let me show you the most beautiful firework you'll ever see. But don't blink. It'll only be a flash.
Yes?
How do you like these fireworks?
What?
And what about them apples? Do you like them as well?
I just want to go to the cabaret club.
What? What? What did you say? Hey, quit fooling around. Come on. Dante, get up. Hey. Hey. Dante. Dante. Dante!
There we go. We have a proper end to the episode. Day 6, Wednesday. Hi. So, I guess I'm not allowed to save here. I'll save here. But I'm gonna let you go now.
I know even the best of us can be taken out of commission by a simple cold.
Can we? Right. There's some capsaicin. A pungent ingredient common in peppers. Irritant spray such as pepper spray uses this chemical. Okay, but on to why you're really here. The real answer is, it doesn't matter. Spider crabs can't do flips. What? Saliva DNA test was difficult to conduct DNA tests from cigarettes, but a small amount of saliva found there. However, modern DNA tests can be conducted with just a single cell. I don't think they can. A specialty in Okinawa, soba cooked with soft noodles. There's a lady recently that got in trouble for not that. I've forgotten her name. I should know her name. Hang on. Oh, no, I have it. I have it on hand. Because there's a lawyer I watch on YouTube that talks about it, but also it's on Behind the Bastards as well. It's like they just happen to, and I'm watching the old Behind the Bastards. Gotta wait for it to load. Elizabeth Holmes. There we go. She had a company that the idea was you get like a single vial of blood, and it can have like 100 tests attached to it, and loads of people poured loads of money in, and it was fake. Like it couldn't do anything near that. You can't make a vial stretch like that. No, you need a certain amount of blood. I mean, this is the future, so like it's silly. It's got silly sci-fi in it, so like it's fine in this game, but like in real life, don't do that. Don't pretend science. A speciality of Okinawa soba cooked with soft noodles and boneless pork spare ribs. Let's save our game. It seems we have a day at the very least. So I could potentially continue, but like obviously I need to cut an episode off at a logical point, and this makes sense as a logical point. We're going to look at the flowchart as well. I made myself a hot chocolate because I'm going to try and sleep after this, but I didn't realise it would go on for quite some time. So I'm assuming this is only a short line, although that can clearly go downwards, so maybe not. This one doesn't really have much space to go. But like, let's say we've done like half the game? Because where would this go? Was it gonna link to the other side? Do they both appear there? Like, is this gonna come down? Hang on, because I'm mirrored, aren't I? Is that gonna come down this way, then link up to that on the other side? Like a crab! Like a crab that's been flipped upside down! Well, these answers will be answered eventually. I mean, if I can't sleep, which, you know, there's a high chance I won't be able to, then, I'm going to record more. I'll even stream it and everything. But until then, I've been John Proxy. No, I call myself John Struck now. I've renamed myself, yes. Thank you very much for watching. Here's a proper ending to the episode. My AI Somnium Files adventure. I've been told the Nirvana Institute is don't do that one. Has there's a video of like the expansion pack, so that looks interesting, of course. But I can't look at it because it will have spoilers in, won't it? If it carries on from this. So but potentially got a place to go. And of course it means if I'm uploading it, it's, you know, it's being talked about. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.